once again.
Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. We're looking at a Range Rover Evoque. It's got a black DPF. Okay, we're just inside the car. This one's got 55,000 miles there on it. We'll start it up. We've already pulled the bonnet there, just having a look already there. So we got DPF exhauster filter full. Visit dealer, engine management light on there. It's on reduced power. You've got a red triangle there as well. Okay, we've got these DPF codes here on a diagnostic scan: P2463 soot accumulation and the P246B. So here we're just on live data and we're just going through all of the relevant items here to see what we can see, what are the levels and if there's any other issues that we can spot. So on 3000 RPM there we've got 26 kPa on the pressure. So we've got some of the DPF live data information here. Is 103% on the percentage, soot mass 47 grams. And the pressure there on idle is about 3 and it goes up to 26 when you accelerate it. So we'll see if we can get all of this lowered down. And we're looking at this engine here, ingenium. It's got the okay, so we're going to go underneath the car and have a look at the Dpf Pressure Sensor, open it and we'll fill it with some fluid. And we're going to use 5 litres of this Wins DPF cleaner here. We're just putting it into a dispenser here, a pressurised bottle that we can pump it into the DPF with. We've got the passenger side of the car there raised off the ground with a stand under it. We're just underneath the car here, just up there. You've got the Dpf Pressure Center, you've got these hoses here. And this one, we've just disconnected it here, just comes off of the pressure sensor down into the front half of the DPF. Okay, so we've connected our hose there and we've just got that connected up to the DPF pipe there. So now we're just going to pump this up and we'll fill it up with the fluid here that we've got. A little bit awkward run underneath the car, but we'll get there, get it sorted. Let's keep pumping it until we're finished of our fluid here. Okay, so that's all emptied, we've used all of that. Now we can connect back up the pipes. Okay, so we can get all of these tools now, put them back in the van. We've just used hose clip pliers, a little pick just to pull the tube off, axle stand and our pump and a torch. So now we're going to close the bonnet down. We don't actually need the bonnet open on this car, we just open it for no reason really. Okay, the fluid's been in there about 20 minutes, we're going to start the car up. Let it idle for about 20 seconds and we'll give it a couple of accelerations. And we should see a lot of smoke and fluid coming out the back of the exhaust. Acceleration. Okay, we're just holding that on about 3000 RPM there. We'll do the window up so it's a little bit quieter. But we should see the pressure dropping. And we'll see some sort of, you know, all this sort of stuff coming out the back of the exhaust here. The amount that comes out does vary a lot, it depends on what car we get. Okay, we're back inside, we're just going to hold the revs back on again. We done it holding the revs for maybe 30 seconds a minute ago. But yeah, we're back on the revs. Just going to watch the pressure. See that it's continuously dropping. Make sure that it goes down to as close to 0 as possible. So what you'll notice with some cars is the Dpf Pressure Center there, that's an actual live reading there of how much pressure is in the exhaust on 3000 RPM that we're holding right now. And this, the soot mass, this is calculated on the mileage and the age of the vehicle basically, and how you're driving. It just adapts to how the vehicle's been driven and how, you know, the time lapse, all of that sort of things, and this is just measured by the computer like that. So this is going to need to be reset. It's going to need to be reset by the computer here, or if we do a forced regeneration on the car while we're driving, you'll see all of this sort of dropping back down as it's doing a live reading itself of the car. Okay, so on idle we've got it down to 1 kPa there. It was just at 0, it just moved it back up. It's sort of fluctuating between 0 and 1 there. Now we're going to go back into the trouble codes and clear them. Yes, we've turned the engine off. And you can see there, once you've cleared them, they just return straight away. They don't clear basically, so when you go back in they're still there. So we're going to go back out. We'll go into hot functions, go to the DPF after treatment. Now we can do a regeneration, or we can reset the DPF, but we'll just do a regeneration anyway while we're driving, and that will give you like a live reading of it dropping. Okay, the ignition is on position 2. Okay, you can see there it says it's above 46 grams, so it's not allowed to do a regeneration, and that's why you see that hasn't been dropping in the live data. Once it goes that far, it just locks itself in place. So we're going to go back, and we're just going to tell it that it's at a new DPF. You can see that the pressure that we've relieved the pressure on the DPF there, got it down to almost 0 on the Dpf Pressure Sensor back pressure. Okay, so now it's clearing the fault codes and resetting the mileage on the DPF, so it brings the DPF back to 0 as if it's been fully reset back to a new one. Okay, now we're going to activate again the dynamic regeneration. Now we're going to drive the car for 20 minutes, and we're going to keep an eye on these levels here, make sure they're not rising up. And once our drive is finished, we can press continue, and that should be it. Okay, so the soot's at an acceptable level. We're finished here. It didn't really need that regeneration, but we just tried it for a few minutes just to see if we could see if the pressure was where it should be. Then we'll go back. Okay, we're on 3000 RPM there, and we have 8 kPa. And we're down to 1, which is about 5 millibars, 0 there. Everything's on 0. We just escape back out of that and go into the trouble codes. There should be nothing in there. So that's all good. So that's it. Okay, so apart from the washer fluid being low, there is no other faults there. So we're all good. So that's it, we're all finished, and we'll see you on our next video.